Welcome to The Explainer. You know, the biggest battles in business today, they're not really fought over market share. They're fought over morality. And believe it or not, an ancient epic might just hold the key to winning them.
So let's just dive right in with a question that, honestly, echoes through every single boardroom, from a tiny startup to a Fortune 500 company.
Seems like a simple question, right? But the answers, they're anything but. We live in this age of total transparency, and getting this wrong, it's not just a little bad press. It can be absolutely fatal for a business.
I mean, we see the fallout all the time. These headlines about financial fraud, they don't just tank a stock price, they can wipe out people's life savings. They just destroy trust in an instant.
Or think about these massive data breaches, where the trust of millions of people is just shattered. You have to understand, these aren't just technical failures. They're ethical failures, plain and simple.
And then, of course, there's the human cost of toxic leadership.
You know, where unchecked ambition and ego create these cultures of fear.
It all adds up to this huge modern-day epic of moral conflict. But here's a thought. What if this battlefield isn't new at all? What if the moral dilemmas we're wrestling with today, what if they've been explored for thousands of years, on a stage far, far grander than any office?
And that leads us to this really powerful idea. The modern corporate boardroom is our new Kurukshetra. You know, the mythical battlefield from the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata, where literally the greatest ethical war was fought.
This quote really nails it. Today's leaders are standing at that exact same crossroads. Every single strategic choice they make becomes a test of their moral compass, a real battle for the soul of their company.
Now, to see just how deep this parallel goes, let's look at the archetypes, the key players you'll find on this modern battlefield. And hey, you might just recognize a few.
Okay, first up, you've got Arjun. He's your star performer, the brilliant strategist, the one who always delivers. But right on the eve of the biggest battle of his life, he has this crisis. And it's not a crisis of courage, it's a crisis of conscience.
He asks this profound question: what's the point of winning if it costs you your values? I mean, that is the ultimate leadership dilemma, isn't it? That clash between what the shareholders demand and what your own conscience is telling you.
Yeah, it's that gut-wrenching feeling every leader has when they have to make a really tough call. We're talking about everything from a painful layoff to launching a product that, is kind of controversial.
And then, of course, you've got the Duryodhana archetype. This is the ambitious leader whose ego is just completely unchecked. Their relentless pursuit of power for its own sake ends up derailing governance and poisoning the entire company culture.
And what about Draupadi? Her story of being humiliated in a court full of silent, powerful leaders, well, it's a stark reminder of the stakeholder advocate whose voice just goes unheard. It highlights this urgent, desperate need for real inclusion and accountability.
So, the answers to these modern problems, the toxic CEO, the unheard stakeholder, the leader's crisis of conscience, they have been explored before. And a new guide is here to show us exactly how to apply that ancient wisdom today.
And that guide is the Dharma Code by Anupam Patnaik. Now, Dharma basically means your essential purpose, or the right way of doing things. This book isn't a history lesson. Not at all. It's a strategic playbook that translates that ancient wisdom into a modern framework for ethical leadership. And the author, Anupam Patnaik, or AP as he's known, is so uniquely qualified to write this. See, he isn't some philosopher in an ivory tower. He's a seasoned entrepreneur and a top leadership consultant with nearly 3 decades of frontline global experience guiding huge companies through massive transformations. He's got this rare blend of real-world execution and a deep, lifelong passion for this ancient wisdom.
And this isn't just theory, it's a really practical framework. The book gives you these concrete takeaways. For instance, it teaches you how to use your Dharma as a North Star, helping you make decisions that look way beyond just short-term profit. And it gives you tools to navigate those inevitable conflicts of interest, where your loyalty and your ethics seem to be at war.
But at the end of the day, all these epic ideas, this grand battlefield, it's really all meant for one person: you. The Dharma Code is designed as a practical manual for anyone, whether you're a CEO, a manager, an entrepreneur, anyone who's trying to navigate that complex ethical maze that really defines a career.
And as the book argues, the most powerful legacy you can leave isn't your profits, it's your principles. So this wisdom isn't about looking backward. It's about building a future-proof, resilient, and genuinely successful organization for tomorrow. And this is the provocative, powerful question that the Dharma Code leaves you with. It completely reframes your professional life as this epic series of choices. And it empowers you. It gives you the tools to find your own answers.
So to find your answers and to start this journey, you need to get your guide. The Dharma Code by Anupam Patanayak is available right now on Amazon, on Flipkart, and in major bookstores and online.
This has been The Explainer.